Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Quinn McCord.
And I'm Amy Walter. All right, big news today in the Senate, the world of the Senate, which is why we have our favorite Quinn here to do some not-so-quickie analysis, or maybe it is actually a quick analysis, of the overall recruiting playing field. Obviously, the big news today, Charlie Crist will announce, apparently, tomorrow.
Yes.
He's getting in the Senate race. Let's talk about that for a second. Is this race over now? Just put it in the Republican column?
Well, you know, you assume Charlie Crist will be the nominee. I mean, Marco Rubio will make a big stink about it, but, I mean, it's hard to see him get the nomination. And you assume no more Democrats are going to get in, so it looks like it's going to be Kendrick Meek.
Right.
You know, based on that, I think most people would give the edge to Crist.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to say. Now, you talk to some Democrats, they say he's a mile wide, an inch deep. He's got a lot of popularity, but nobody's ever taken him on before. His popularity doesn't necessarily translate to people voting for him. That may be true, but Meek, I don't know if he is the kind of candidate who can really take it to Crist. Being from South Florida is a real problem. There are reasons why Democrats don't win when they have South Florida candidates. Miami is seen as a whole other world from the rest of the state. So I do think that's a problem there. Had Alex Sink run, we'd be in a different category, which brings us to recruiting.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, I think the big thing we're looking at is that compared to past cycles, this is actually a pretty good recruiting season for Republicans.
For Republicans, absolutely.
I mean, they have Crist, Rob Portman, not necessarily in the same category, but Rob Simmons and Roy Blunt. Yeah. You know, decent candidates, the type they wouldn't have gotten in past years. Of course, Democrats have their Robin Carnahans and
who else, though? See, Ohio, to me, isn't very strong.
Really? You know, Lee Fisher,
Lee Fisher,
who are they going to...
Do you think rolling out like a guy, lieutenant governor, longtime Paul, not somebody fresh and different?
Who should they have?
I don't know if there's somebody better. That's the question.
Tim Ryan, maybe. I guess.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And the Kentucky people, you know, Jack Conway. He's already statewide office holder. But, you know, I think that the bigger sort of thing we note is that, yes, Republicans have some successes, but look at all these to-be-determineds they have for these appointed seats.
Right.
I mean, Delaware, no one yet. Illinois, no one yet.
Yep.
New York, no one yet.
And Colorado, they have candidates, but these are very low.
Arkansas, they have some people.
Tier,
And of course, there's some more empty seats,
but
too.
isn't Delaware and Illinois, it really depends on two people. If Mike Castle doesn't run, it's over,
yeah.
right? Illinois, Mark Kirk doesn't run, over.
It's looking that way.
All right. So you sort of put those out. Now you have New York, where the other news today, Steve Israel, Democratic congressman from Long Island, reportedly will announce tomorrow as well that he's going to challenge Gillibrand. Does it matter who the nominee is here?
Oh, well, I mean, it's like both is in Illinois. I mean, with such sort of divided parties, unpopular Governor Patterson, Blagojevich, Stench, whatever. I mean, if Republicans can't contest seats in these circumstances, they just should go away. Really?
Wow.
I mean,
harsh words from Quinn McCord. Although the difference, I would say, is this. In Illinois, they don't have the time, right? An early filing deadline means by December, this thing has to be played out. If you're Republicans in New York, you can wait for quite some time and see, does this really hurting Gillibrand, or is the Patterson stench, as you might say, still lingering?
Well, in terms of filing deadline, yes, but I mean, they're both big states. You still got the money.
You still got to raise money, but it's worth noting. Okay, other notable gaps
in the GOP.
Yeah, and so for Republicans, you pointed out the important ones: Delaware, Illinois, still waiting. But there are also some big gaps in big places. We had Ridge last week, so we take that now off the table. Nevada, New Hampshire. What's going on there?
Well, I mean, New Hampshire's a Republican seat. They got to defend it. And
okay, odds that Judd Gregg is the nominee.
Oh, I think.
What do you put it at?
Very low. I mean, within the first month of him sort of leaving Commerce, so maybe he'll change his mind. But he keeps saying, he really sounds genuinely at this point that he's not going to run. But what do I know?
I guess the only thing that could keep him there, if he says that he's getting pressured every day. If there was a chance that Republicans could win control, then I could see how you could be talked into it. But what incentive is there for Judd Gregg to say another 6 years, right? Nobody can give him anything to say, come on, stay. You'll be in the minority for another 6 years. Woo! Yeah. And for Democrats, the big gap is David Vitter. I guess that just goes to show that there's just no Democratic Party left in the state of Louisiana.
No, I mean that's one party. That's one state where the Democratic bench is hurting, just like the Republicans are in Colorado and these other states. Of course, North Carolina is also a big thing.
Good point.
Roy Cooper, it's 50-50 maybe. but at least they'll probably get someone decent in North Carolina. Whereas I think there's a chance they could punt completely in Louisiana.
I agree with that one completely. All right, so just overall recruiting grades at this point, we'll call it the early midterm grading for both. What would you give Republicans right now?
B plus maybe.
I was just going to say the same thing. B plus.
Yeah.
I mean, look again. They're in a bad. We can grade a little bit on a curve. Bad environment.
Yeah, even with the curve, I think B plus in the curve.
All right, but
how about
Democrats, they're at a B to me and a low B.
Yeah.
Maybe in the low 80s.
But that's the whole thing is that.
I know they don't need to be.
Yeah, I mean the Democrats can get away with a B. Republicans need to contest all these seats.
All right, so it's not pass fail, people. This
Yeah.
is real.
Yeah.
Okay, this is on your permanent record. All right, well, Quinn, thanks for running through. We're going to have another midterm election soon.
So much fun.
I know, or another midterm grade. I don't know. I can't. I'm still
another Senate-centric episode of Hotline TV.
Thank you.
Which are the best
God,
episodes.
what they are. What would we do without Quinn? All right, until then, I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm Quinn McCord. Join us again on Hotline TV.